A warm welcome to Disky Talk with Leolo. If you're tuning in for the very first time, I do ask that you please subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you've been a part of this journey, I hope you thoroughly enjoy this episode. So, on today's episode, I discuss all things Orlando Pirates as I have a tactical feature focus on Zakhele Lepasa. So, on today's episode, we're going to have a look at the striker who started off the season very well. So, he scored a hat-trick against Sekhukhune within the MTN8 quarterfinal, and he's also scored a brace against Royal AM within the Dstv Premiership. So, Zakhele Lepasa has started off the season very, very well. However, what is he doing right, and what is helping him then to ensure that he is able then to put those goals away? So, on today's episode, we're going to have a look at that. So, like I did mention then, Zakhele Lepasa is a striker. Does play as a 9 for this Orlando Pirates side. Orlando Pirates then do line up then with a 4-2-3-1. And when you have a look at Zakhele Lepasa, this is a player then over the years who has struggled then with game time, injuries as well. And we've also seen him go out on loan a couple of times, as in recent times then he was loaned out to SuperSport United. But we've also seen him then being able then to do very well when he does play for the national team under Hugo Bruce, where then he is able then to make an impact. So a lot of Orlando Pirates fans have obviously been waiting then to see him then being able to add that value and make an impact for Orlando Pirates. So this season then he started off very well, and it does seem like a season where he can go on then to ensure that he can compete for that golden boot and score a lot of goals for Orlando Pirates, which then would lead them then to titles and also then being able to compete for the Dstv Premiership. However, how does he do it? So like I did mention then, Zakhele Lepasa does play up top, and when you look at him then, some of his strengths then, so let's just put a back line there just to illustrate what he does very well. So when you have a look at Zakhele Lepasa with regards to what type of center forward is he, so this is a center forward then who's very good then with regards to being able to make those runs in behind, be it then in between the two center backs, be it in between the center back and the full back, where then he's able to stretch the defensive opposition line. A player then who works tirelessly without the ball, as he's very good at being able to press and within build up play and within possession. Whenever the Orlando Pirates do have the ball in second phase, he is able to drop deep and he is able to link up play. And at times then what you do see, he is able to drift wide. And when he does drift wide, then he does create that pocket of space for one of his other attacking players to be able then to attack that space. And within the box then, this is what he does very well. So within the box then, his positioning has been very, very good. So his movement with regards to then how he arrives in the box is very good. And then when it comes to his positioning, so when you have a look at Zakhele Lepasa, what he's doing very well this season is how he ensures then that he's always then within this area, and which then is very important, because then as a striker, what this does for you is that whenever then one of your teammates then cuts the ball back, all you need then is just one touch to finish. So that makes things a lot easier, and it does make him then quite unpredictable. And when you also have a look at it then with regards to his movement, what do you do very well? Sometimes what you do see then is that he would start with the center back like that. Once the ball is played wide, he is able then to ensure that he can look to attack the front post, ball comes in, and then he's able to finish. Sometimes what he will do very well then is being able to get in between the center backs. Sometimes what you do see from him then is that he will start here and then he will peel off and look then to go to back post. So his movement and his occupation then with regards to how he looks to occupy the box has been very good, and how then he looks then to time those runs as well. That is what Zakhele Lepasa is doing very well this season, and credit then must also go to the fluid, creative attacking three that play behind him. So what we have seen from Orlando Pirates is that off the left-hand side, they do play with Rele, who is now formerly Mufukeng. They've got Tito Maswanganye there, and then they've got Saleng as well. When you have a look at these three, then you have a look at a situation where Orlando Pirates then are essentially playing with three creative playmakers in the form of players then who possess different qualities within their skill set that make them so good. So these three then create big chances consistently for this Orlando Pirates side, and also with regards to how they look to play and how they look to move, it really then helps a player of Zakhele Lepasa's quality, because what that then does is that he can then focus then on occupying the box, where then you've got these three who in Saleng, he's very quick and a player then who does create a lot of chances consistently. In Tito Maswane, what he's very good at then is that he's very skillful and he's a very creative player. When you have a look then at Mufukeng, who does tend to come off this left-wide channel, does look to drift in with him. He's very skillful, very quick, and he's also got a very good pass with regards to his vision. So when you have these three, then they are going to consistently create big chances for Zakhele Lepasa. All he has to do then is to ensure that he keeps popping up into the right areas and being at the right place at the right time, which then also speaks then to his anticipation and being able then to ensure that he can sniff out those opportunities. So that is Zakhele Lepasa with regards to what he's been doing well so far this season. And this is a player then who I must say that even when you have a look at his confidence is improving. Even when you have a look at how he looks to play and the momentum as well, those things are picking up. So for a striker, that is very, very important, because we know how important and crucial momentum and confidence is when it comes then to a player then who plays as a centre forward and as a striker as well. Because once he starts scoring, then he does look like a player that will keep scoring week in, week out, and ensure that he is able then to deliver the goods for this Orlando Pirates side. And another thing then to also mention that you've also got a player like Ndlondlo within the heart of midfield who is quite creative and very good at progressing the ball. Factor in that you still have Kapinga, you still have Karim Kumvidi as well. These are also very creative players then who are very good at being able to ensure that they can play those through balls in behind, and they are able then to create big chances consistently for Zakhele Lepasa. So that is Zakhele Lepasa with regards to his skill set and what he's been doing very well. However, if I do think that there are areas that he could improve in, what are those areas? So I think sometimes then with regards to his decision making, I think sometimes he does tend to make the wrong decision, and sometimes I do think that if he does improve that decision making, he can score so many more goals. Also when it comes then to ball striking and finishing, yes, as much as he's a striker, but I still do think that is an area of his game that he could look to improve, because I do think that sometimes he doesn't always strike the ball as cleanly as he should, and also that does also factor in with decision making, because sometimes what you will see from him then is him trying to take shots at a very awkward angle or far from goal, which I always don't think that is a great decision, especially considering that you do have those type of players in and around you looking to make those runs, where then he can look to just lay it off and ensure that he just keeps popping up into the box, because the more he pops up into this area and in and around the penalty area and in and around the 6-yard, it gives him the best possible chances with regards to being able then to convert consistently. However, that is Zakhele Lepasa, who started very well, and he does lead the goal scoring standings then within the MTN 8 tournament, also then within the DStv Premiership. So it is going to be interesting then to see if he can go on then to win that golden boot. However, it's still early days within the DStv Premiership, and there are other also very good strikers within the league who will be looking to register. But when you have a look at it then, that is Zakhele Lepasa. There was a tactical feature focus of Zakhele Lepasa. At home, do let me know how many goals do you think that he finishes with, and also when you have a look at the types of goals that he's scoring, can he then be able to ensure that he can lead Orlando Pirates then to a DStv Premiership title charge, and can they look then to retain the MTN 8, because we did see they did put 5 against Sekhukhune United where they've started off very well, and can they look then to also retain the Nedbank Cup. Also, we do know that they will be busy within the continent with regards to CAF Champions League football as well. Can he ensure that he is that man then to ensure that he can score a lot of goals for Orlando Pirates? It's been a while since Orlando Pirates have had a lethal number 9 who's been able then to win the golden boot and also ensure that he can lead the team and get them to compete. Thank you very much for tuning in to yet another special episode of Diski Talk with Liolo. Signing out.